Hello and welcome to the Printable Cuttable Creatables YouTube channel. My name is Lynn, or LV Handcrafted, here on YouTube, and today I've designed my own card front using digifiles from Printable Cuttable Creatables. And the nice thing about using SVG files is that you can scale your images however you'd like. You can combine multiple different ones into the same project and print them all out at the same time. And it's just a very convenient way to create an entire card front. And as you can see with this one that I'm trimming down right now, you can even digitally color it. And if you have a color printer, you could print it off and you're almost basically done with your card. So this is a fabulous way to create, if you want to make a lot of cards in mass. You could even design your printout so that all you would need to do is even cut, score, and fold your printed sheet, and it's even faster. So you would get two A2 size cards for each US letter sheet of cardstock. I did print this onto some nice 100-pound cardstock, so you do need a printer that can print onto a thicker cardstock as opposed to just regular printer paper. So I could have done that, but one of the other advantages of using digis and even digitally coloring your card is that I could be done now and that would be a fabulous card. But what I'm going to do is take this card up a notch and turn it into an interactive card. I'm actually going to create a light up card today. And it's one of the things that I really love about working with digitals, because the process of designing your card, coloring your card, composing your card, all of that can be very quickly done. And as you can see, we're only a few minutes into this video, and even though my video is sped up a little bit, I was done in a matter of minutes. And if you're making a lot of cards, that's really fabulous. But if you've got the time to make a card a little bit extra special, it's nice to be able to spend your time on adding those extras, like an extra interactive mechanism like I'll be doing today. And so at the end of the day, it still balances out your time so that you're not having to spend a lot of time on both. So digis really save you a lot of time and can actually allow you to, or afford you the time to make some of your cards a little bit extra special. So what I am crafting with to turn my otherwise pretty lovely but very basic card into a light up card is I will be using products from Pear Blossom Press. They make actually quite a few different light up mechanisms. I'll be using their easy lights, and they do also make a stamp set that has all of the interactive words so that your card recipient will know that there's something that they can do to interact with this card. So I'll be using that little stamp set that you see on screen right now, and included with that stamp set is a die set that actually conveniently has a lot of differently sized candle flames, because birthday cards are a very nice special occasion, and it's a good reason to make a card a little bit extra special and memorable for the recipient. So what I've done is the cupcake digifile that I'm using, it's called the single line birthday cupcake. It does have candles that are actually, you have them two ways. You have 3 individual candles that you can then kind of compose however you'd like, and then you have another SVG file that actually has all 3 of them combined on in a single image, I use the singles. That way I can space them enough apart and wherever I'd like in order to be able to cut a flame, like an opening or an aperture through the flame. And that opening, I cut right through the flame that is part of the candle's design. And that is so that there's a little bit of an opening so that the light that I am attaching now to my card base will be able to emanate through. And I earlier positioned my panel so that I have it exactly centered where I'd like, and through those 3 candle flame openings, I gave myself a little pencil mark. That way I know where to attach my lights. The Easy Lights come with 3 different LED lights. They are already wired to a battery holder. When you buy the lights, they do come included with the battery, and all you need to do is just slip that battery into the holder, and that completes everything, and you're off to the races. That's all there is to it for creating a light up card. So really the hardest part is deciding, where you want to position the lights, and then all you need to do is just tape those down. I just use a little bit of clear tape. It's all going to get covered by that top panel anyways. So you just need to make sure that you're not putting any really hard bends in the wiring. So I just softly coil everything around, and it's okay if it overlaps on itself or curls on itself a little bit. That's totally okay. And again, I just use some clear tape to tape that down. And once I have an idea for where the battery unit will go, I just put a little bit of liquid adhesive behind that, and again, just glue that straight down onto my card base. And so I do still need to stamp the word push onto this front panel here so that the card recipient actually knows that this card will do something when it gets pushed, and they know where to push in order to turn the lights on and off. And so I do want to do that before I actually adhere that top panel onto the card front. And what I'm applying here is some foam tape. This is also by Pear Blossom Press. It's their world's best foam tape, and it's double the thickness of your usual foam tape. So that's nice because it's perfectly the right thickness to be able to house the battery, that whole battery unit. And that way there isn't a lot of pressure on the battery, and hopefully as it's going through the mail, it's not going to drain the battery the entire time it's being shipped. And so that foam is really the perfect thickness for that. And as well, what's nice about it is that when you put it down, you actually have a lot of wiggle room time to move it around. So if you accidentally put it down in the wrong spot, or you need to nudge things around a little bit to align your panel more perfectly, you've got up to 30 minutes where that adhesive is still removable. And after that, though, once it's had a chance to completely cure or, become permanent, it won't be removable anymore. So then the next thing I'm going to do is I'm actually going to add a layer of black cardstock behind my front panel. The reason for this is because white can be very translucent once it's backlit by that light. And as a result, you're going to be able to see a portion of like the guts of the card, like all of that foam you might be able to see, some of the wiring you might be able to see, just because once it's lit up behind there, it makes it so that there's a bit of a shadow that's cast by the inner workings of the card. So if you don't want that to be visible, then you can just add an extra layer of cardstock. I use a nice black cardstock, really will block out the light. But what you want to make sure to do is transfer those openings so that your light still can shine through both layers of cardstock. So this black layer is just going to block out the surrounding area so that the light is really concentrated in just those 3 spots where the candle flames are. So that's the only reason to do that. If you're not too worried about being able to kind of see the inner workings of your card, then you can totally skip that step. And what's nice about the die set that comes with the Pear Blossom Press stamp is that it has dies, I think it's 3 different size candle flames. So when I was cutting through the black layer of cardstock, I just used a larger size candle flame. That way I don't have to worry about positioning it, and it makes it a little bit easier to get this top panel right over where those lights are and where that aperture opening is. And as you can see, I had to pull it up. It pulled up just fine. It didn't tear my cardstock at all. And I was able to really get that exactly where I wanted so that the lights are right in the center of that flame opening that I have. And as well, the Pear Blossom Press also has these, they're kind of little flame embellishments, and they come in different sizes. So I've taken those, the largest, I believe it's the largest one in that set, and I'm going to glue it right over the aperture that we cut out. And the effect that this has is that when you look at the card before you've actually pushed it to turn the lights on, it's still going to look good because it still has visible flames that you can see. But additionally, when you turn the light on, it also has the effect of softening the light a little bit and giving it this really nice warm yellow glow. So you can see that I spent most of my time, putting together this interactive mechanism, and that's really afforded to me by being able to work with these amazing digi files and being able to just compose my entire card, print it out, already pre-colored even, and finally being able to just spend the majority of my time adding this interactive mechanism. I hope you enjoyed my video today, and until next time, happy crafting and have a fabulous day. Bye.